Hello to everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover Euro versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the Euro versus US dollar first. We spoke about this currency pair on my previous forecast, so the market had this breakout of this tight consolidation, and basically market reached the downside objective, which was around the rising trend line. So but at this point, what we can see here is that we have important support areas from 1.0825 and 1.0855, and this will be important to watch because if the market can fight beating above this area, or maybe do the test reject, we can put a supply trend line at this point. So if the market can trade higher, take potential pin bar at 1.0950 and hold above, then there is a potential for rotation back towards a 1.1015. Now from other side, anything meaningful to the downside, I would like to see the stronger supply to take the support zone around 1.0825, hold below, and that will be a good potential for potential retest of the 1.0760 mark, this area where we had this imbalance and the previous swing high. Speaking of the gold market, we can see that market is trading in a consolidation, but we're building lower highs. We can also find the rising trend line at this point. If we connect from this low from mid-November, we can see the rising trend line, and market is still didn't test that area, so there is still chance for the market to do the more consolidation and eventually retest that rising trend line. So that's one potential scenario, maybe even to try to break, at least to go to the previous swing highs to 2017. But in case of the breakout of the 2053, and hold above, there is a chance for the test of 2070 mark, or 2075, which is a multi-year resistance point. In a scenario of the bigger downside break and hold below, then there is a chance for even market and gold to move towards 1990 or even 1971. Now, speaking of the crude oil, I see most likely scenario, we have the perfect test of the rising trend line. So we can, and we're building this potential accumulation. There is lots of orders where the buyers were in the last couple of days. We got lots of accumulation at this point, so there is a chance for the rebound back towards let's say a 79 area or 79.55 area. So that's one, from my perspective, more likely scenario. But the downside scenario will be if the market can clear 74, hold below, and there is a chance for a retest of 72.70 or even 69.95. And speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, market is still around this major cluster, 38,000, let's say 500 is a key pivot point. And we can see here that we have rising trend line in the background. So here there was when I did the previous in my previous update, there was a chance for the retest of this rising trend line. That didn't happen. Basically, market went into this upside scenario that we spoke about, but here it will be critical to watch. Can the market break this 38,500 and hold above potential and enable potential retest of 39 and 40,000, or we have maybe a rotation back or even a fake breakout and then the rotation back to the rising trend line. So this is something that we will need to monitor the price action and see how the market will react. That will be all and everything for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good trading day, have a good weekend, and speak to you from next week from Monday.